Katie Price, the resilient British media personality known for her unfiltered candor and indomitable spirit, exemplifies the art of compartmentalization in the face of life's fiercest storms. Amid the thunderous revelation of grave criminal charges against her ex-husband, Kieran Hayler, Price refuses to let personal turmoil eclipse her professional fire. Her recent live tour, a collaborative endeavor with longtime confidant Kerry Katona, becomes a testament to her professionalism, a stage where vulnerability meets valor, and shock gives way to steadfast performance. As details of the allegations surface, painting a harrowing picture of Hayler's past, Price's response emerges not as deflection but as dignified determination, a beacon for those grappling with the fallout of fractured unions. The charges themselves cast a long, dark shadow. Hayler, a 38-year-old former personal trainer with a history in the spotlight's fringes, stands accused of multiple counts of rape and sexual assault, including acts involving a minor. These purported offenses, allegedly perpetrated during the couple's tumultuous marriage, shatter the veneer of their shared history. Wed in 2013 amid a whirlwind romance, Price and Hayler welcomed 2 children into the world, only to part ways in 2018 after a saga marred by infidelity and emotional upheaval. The timing of the indictment amplifies the sting. It coincides with Price's tour kickoff, transforming what should have been celebratory nights into crucibles of crisis management. On a crisp Monday evening in Swansea, as the house lights dimmed and anticipation hummed through the venue, Price stepped into the unknown. Unbeknownst to the audience at curtain rise, the bombshell was mere hours from breaking publicly. Yet, as whispers turned to headlines, she seized the narrative, addressing the elephant in the room with unflinching directness. "The thing that is coming out tonight, I am still in shock," she confided to the crowd, her voice a blend of tremor and tenacity. In that moment, the Mum of Five could have yielded to chaos, canceling the show in deference to devastation. Instead, she declared, "I could have been like, K it, I am going to do this show with that coming out. But I am professional and I am doing it." The words hung in the air, met with applause that thundered like affirmation, a collective embrace of her grit. This on-stage candor wasn't scripted theater but raw reckoning, a choice to transmute pain into presence. Price's tour with Katona, a duo forged in the fires of tabloid trials and triumphant comebacks, thrives on such authenticity. Their performances weave personal anecdotes with humor and heart, drawing crowds who see reflections of their own battles in the duo's banter. By confronting the charges head-on, Price not only honored her commitment to fans but modeled resilience, reminding all that professionalism isn't the absence of emotion but its mastery. In the aftermath, as she navigated the next leg of the tour, her demeanor, somber yet composed behind the wheel of her Range Rover, spoke volumes. Eyes forward, hands steady, she pressed on, a visual metaphor for forward momentum amid backward glances. Lurking beneath the surface is the specter of judicial involvement. Reports swirl that Price may be summoned as a witness, her intimate knowledge of Hayler's life during the alleged period rendering her testimony invaluable. A source within the Crown Prosecution Service, speaking to media outlets, underscored the plausibility. Katie may well be called to give evidence. She was married to Kieran when these offenses are said to have happened. It would not be surprising for her to be called up. This prospect adds layers of complexity. Testifying would dredge up buried chapters, forcing Price to relive the marriage's highs and horrors under oath. Yet, her history of advocacy for survivors suggests she'd approach it with the same ferocity that defines her public persona. Unbowed, unblinking. Hayler's court date looms on November 19 at Crawley Magistrates Court, a procedural milestone that could propel the case toward trial or plea. His background as a former stripper, once a quirky footnote in Price's memoir-worthy love life, now casts sinister undertones. The couple's union, chronicled in her books and broadcasts, was a roller coaster of passion and betrayal. Hayler's affairs exposed in 2014, leading to a fragile reconciliation before final dissolution. Price has since rebuilt, channeling energies into authorship, activism, and motherhood. Her 5 children from prior relationships and this marriage anchor her, their needs a North Star through navigating tempests. This episode reverberates beyond Price's orbit, igniting discourses on domestic blind spots and the courage required to confront complicity. Fans, long admirers of her transparency, rally with messages of solidarity, viewing her tour persistence as heroic. Critics, however, probe deeper. Does professionalism mask unresolved trauma? Price's response, therapy-informed boundaries and selective sharing, counters such queries, illustrating growth from glamour model's glare to grounded matriarch. In the tour's rhythm, Price finds solace, each city a step toward reclamation. Collaborating with Katona, whose own scars from addiction and abuse parallel her own, fosters a sisterhood of survival. Their shows, laced with laughter amid lament, affirm that healing is communal, not solitary. As November approaches, Price's path may fork, courtroom or comeback stage, but her essence endures. A woman who turns shock into spotlight, ensuring her story, like her spirit, remains unextinguished.